And good evening, Trojans. I'm Griffin Epstein joining you from the Casa Grande High School field where our Petaluma Trojans Girls Lacrosse team are facing the Casa Grande Gauchos, and we're sorry that we had to come in almost 10 minutes late. We're just about 10 minutes into this game. My tripod broke. They started the game a little early, and then I had some audio problems. It's all resolved now, and it's a good start for the Trojans. They lead 3-1. They came out with the first goal. Casa answered. 2 nice runs. Fast breaks down the field, and that's another score. 4-1. What a great start for the Trojans. Here, as the sun is starting to set across the Grande field, it's the two rivals facing each other. Both teams have played tough non-conference games to start the season. The Trojans are 1-8, the Gauchos 2-7. However, the Trojans did get a league victory, so they're 1-1. And meanwhile, the Trojans are 0-2. And we're going to have a face-off here in the middle with the Trojans leading 4-1 and a really strong offensive start for them. And now you should be better able to hear me, hopefully. And this is a good move by Casa, Lexi, and Andrade. Don't have rosters, however the PA announcer is almost a play-by-play announcer. That is dropped, but picked up. And Casa will reset. Big rivalry here. The teams will play twice. This is the first edition, and then they will have a second edition, and whoever comes up on top out of the two will get to take home the Battle for the Paddle. It's a actual paddle, a very prestigious award. And Casa taking its time here on the break, or time in its set. There's no shot clock in lacrosse, so the game can be slow at times. This is a nice pass inside. Zaragoza turns, and she scores. Casa gets its second goal, and it is 4-2. Back here, so Casa won 6-1. They actually started their season tying to Windsor, but it was only a scrimmage, so they're officially 1-6. They defeated Livermore, the same team that the Trojans defeated, and then Casa does not have a second win. No, Casa just with one win. Yeah, so 1-6 for Casa, and then for the Trojans, they are 1-8 with that same victory over Livermore. Both teams have not won a game in league play. My mistake again there. And Casa's got possession of it here to start. Apologize for any poor camera work. Do the best I can do in this fast-moving game. And Casa being patient here, trying to get back in this ball game. It's 2 20-minute halves, and there's 13 minutes remaining here in the first. Can always throw out the records play. That was a beautiful pass behind the goal, and then to the forward for Casa, and the Trojan goalie could not make the save. Zaragoza with the save, and it's 4-3 Trojans. Face off at the center for the Trojans. And that one will be pulled down. That's a good pass. Sorry for the camera work. Down the wing go the Trojans. And now they will settle. It's a good experienced team for the Trojans after last year's squad. Certainly had their struggles, but they're young last year. Just the third year for both teams of playing official high school sanctioned lacrosse here. It's a relatively new sport in California, unlike Virginia, and that means that most of the time, as Trojans are able to pull down that ball, most of the times the teams, Casa and Petaluma, do not play in the same league, but lacrosse and badminton are the exceptions to that. And as Casa's got a penalty on them, or foul. The exception is lacrosse due to the few teams, so a lot of different teams, and the teams have poor records, but a lot of that is just you want to go out and find teams to play, and there's a lot less in California, so that's often going to involve good teams. This is fired, But it's an easy save made by the big Casa goalie. And the Gauchos have gone back in this game. They're going to fire this one deep. It bounces, and it's Madalena who pulls it down. It's loose. Picked up by 11. Oh, sorry for the camera work again there. Probably a good idea to look through the camera when I'm filming instead of on the field. And we have a whistle. Foul on Casa. I will be covering the boys actually currently are at Petaluma High facing Casa in their game. In the second game that will be over here as we have another foul. A lot of fouls to start this one. We will have another game or another covering more lacrosse. It will be the boys that will be playing at here. The girls will be at Ellison Field, and we will be covering the boys game to make it even. And doing the same play-by-play, highlights, interviews, and the full game. And that will be the big battle for the paddle bin. That shot was high, and it's going to be Casa ball. All right, it was deflected out, apparently. So the Trojans will retain possession here. Swinging it around. Lacrosse is all about teamwork. And that was saved. It was a slow-developing shot, and it probably was not the best decision there. Ashley Bosch is the goalkeeper for Casa, as the PA announcer. That pass bounces off. It takes a skid. Down the field they go. Oh, and a hard fall. The yellow ball's on the ground on the nice artificial green turf. That was really well handled there off the bounce. And then a beautiful pass downfield. Trojan supporters giving applause all the way to the goal. Save is made, and right now the Casa keeper is keeping the Gauchos in the game. The Trojans are just going to need to find a way to get around her, because right now they are forcing a lot of turnovers, and they are controlling the ball. Loose. Kane, and now a whistle. The Trojans have been improving, there's no doubt about it. Playing Rancho on a Friday. They lost by 1 goal. It was a heartbreaker, allowing that goal in the final waning seconds at Ellison Field. But certainly they have to feel pretty good about how they've been playing of late. They will throw it out. Darning it, throw it in, Defender, she scores! The PA announcer for Casa doesn't have the Petaluma numbers, so who knows who's who. But the Trojans have gone to goal. We will see a substitution here for the Trojans. I believe that's Sarah Graham into the game. A fellow member of TV journalism on the varsity lacrosse team. Mix of juniors and seniors on the team. Don't believe any sophomores. The JV team, mostly freshmen, with a few sophomores. They had the game prior here. And they tied their first non-loss at Rancho. We will certainly get that score tomorrow morning, or it'll be after tomorrow morning by the time you're watching it. For you, whatever happened, or might hear it earlier. That's picked up by Casa. And passed off. Sorry for the camera work. It's a rickety camera stand today, as it almost fell apart. And the Trojans have gone down possession. That's Madalena. And now brought forward McKenna. And this is Nicole Costa, who's a standout basketball player. Darting towards the goal. She's quite an athlete. It was knocked away. Loose. The battle. That's Graham. She can't come down with it. It's Kane, who I believe is on the Casa basketball team. Familiar name to me. Pulled down loose. And pulled again. The Trojans have gone down to all the loose balls so far tonight. And another loose ball. And guess who it is? Nicole Costa darting. And her shot is what? Casa will retain possession. It's once again brilliant goalkeeping. And that's poked away. That's good defense there. And the Trojans will force another turnover. That's a great job. Here's Graham. Beautiful pass, blocked, loose, and the keeper was able to avert that wide. It's been the Ashley Bosch show for the Gauchos at the goalkeeper position. And now we have a whistle. Oh, are we going to get a card pulled out here? Yes, we are. I actually had no idea there were yellow and red cards. But it's handed to the Trojan player who will head to the bench. Lacrosse is really that similar game to soccer. It's really just with sticks and a ball. And of course, there's room behind the goalie and face-offs. And a little bit of a shorter game, but it's otherwise not that much different. This is Graham. Darting! Saved. Now they're saying that's Roper. So another save, but when the ball is in the player, or when the keeper makes a save, the offensive team will retain possession. And fired wide. And it's 5-3. It's been goalkeeper show. That's bobbled. It's a Trojan defense that has unnerved the Gauchos. And someone named Ava will take it forward, getting cheered on by sparsely attended stands here tonight. Well, they could be better. They're not horrible, I guess. Lacrosse still a newer sport to Petaluma and California in general. This is not Virginia and Maryland, where the sport has spread like wildfire. It is the fastest growing sport in America. Foul on Casa. Trojans are taking it downfield here. Nicole Walker. And that was almost intercepted. But the Trojans get it now. This is Spalletta. Brother Benny Spalletta, who's senior on the boys basketball team. A lot of traffic in there, and it's the Gauchos who come down with it. That's a tough bounce to handle. Sorry, out of your view. It's going to roll out of bounds. And the Trojans will retain here. It's a very new artificial turf. It was just opened last year in the spring, so it's about a year old now. But Gauchos did not even have an all-weather track, nor an all-weather field. The Trojans do not have an all-weather field. But the Gauchos have it, so rain, sleet, or shine, they can play. Not the same with the Trojans, who have to play many of their lacrosse games at the East Washington fields. Due to the deterioration of the field, however, the rain is mostly done now here in April. Loose ball, Trojans retain. They just need to maintain patience on the offensive end, even though they're not scoring. They've certainly been playing well, there's no doubt about it. Shot! They score! No, they didn't. Oh, everybody thought that was in. But the save is made, once again, to the shock of the Trojan players and coaches. 4:19 remaining here in the first half, Gaucho possession. And right now, Casa has not really gotten anything going offensively in a while. This is Saragossa. So the Gauchos will try to get some offense going, get a chance here. All the way to the rack, but it was poked out, and this is Gaucho ball. Very exciting news in terms of Petaluma and Casa Grande today. The Football Egg Bowl is back after a 5-year absence, with the two big Petaluma rivals not playing as the Trojans pick up another turnover here. The football teams will finally be playing next year. Don't know where that is or the date, but that will be announced. But the game was just announced today. That's a good pass. Loose. Scrambling. The shot. Oh, another great save. My goodness gracious. That was a perfect offensive play by the Trojans. They couldn't have drawn it up better, but they just cannot beat the keeper. Gauchos outrunning the camera. As we near the end of the first half here, under 3 remaining. And a lot of aggressive defense there by the Trojans. They created a wall and did not let the Gauchos pass, and it is finally picked up, I believe, on the far end there. Yes, this is Costa who's got it. Very apparent, so tall a just talented athlete, one of the stars on the basketball team, was all SCL. And darting her way, was unable to beat Casa on the basketball court, but she would certainly like it. And now passing it to Nicole Walker, it's loose, and picked up, and passed ahead. And one nice fast break passing here, but finally it's loose, and picked up by Madalena, now loose. Who's got it? It's Casa's got it. Under 2 minutes remaining. Whistle. Foul. In this fast-moving, entertaining action over the last few minutes, but no one has scored. Largely credit to the Casa goalkeeper. It'll be Petaluma ball. So Trojans trying to get one more goal. You certainly cannot feel comfortable at 2. But they came out strong and they've continued to just control offense. But certainly don't have halftime adjustments. Shot is fired. But that deep stick has become a brick wall for the Trojans. They just can't get past. No matter how good the plays are. High arcing pass. It's pulled down by the Gauchos. And it's an aggressive move here. Passed off. Once again, the Trojans harassing the defenders on defense. And the Gauchos will pick it up with under a minute, looking to get one more play, and they want to cut into a 2-goal Trojan lead. Beautiful spin move. On a big move there. Darted inside, she has scored! And the Gauchos got that goal to get it closer, and with 42 seconds left, it's 5-4. And the Trojans' goal, no matter the season, if they can beat Casa, that means a lot. But the Gauchos have made this a ball game again. It's Saragossa, which is a wonderful name. With the crossover, Trojans have won most of these, and it's loose. And the Trojans will pull it down. No, now loose again. Saragossa finally gets it. She has to be the star from what I've seen for Casa, besides the goalkeeper. Loose, but she just stayed in bounds. The field is longer than the football field, which are illuminated. And we have a whistle. Casa ball with 14 seconds. Trojans will pull it down. One last chance here. Weaving her way. Picked up. And that's going to do it for the half. There goes the whistle and the buzzer. 5-4 at the end of the first half. It was a good first half for the Trojans. They came out strong, led 1-0, 3-1, and were up 5-3, and it looked like they were in command, and they dominated the last 10 minutes, yet they just could not score because of the miraculous goalkeeping by the Case Grande goalie. And with that, it's only a 1-goal game as Casa, in just one of their few offensive possessions, was able to score. We'll be right back with the second half. It's the Trojans 5, the Gauchos 4. 5-4, we welcome you back to second half. It's Tyrion Saddles going up at the center draw for the Trojans. As we are here, as it turned into a beautiful evening here at the Casa Grande field. Casa not good enough to name anybody after their field. Not too many famous alums. So they do have Johnny Gomes. I think their baseball field is named after him. Trojans will take it in, and just like they have all of the first half, they will control the offensive possession. And that was intercepted by the Gauchos. That was actually the goalie that took it, and she's got it now. Can be hard to see a small yellow ball. And that's out. Trojan ball. 25-minute halves. Can the Trojans hold on? These teams will play a second time at Ellison Field, which will be where the battle of the paddle is decided. This is fired wide. But Costa picks it up. It's such a deep at the end to get it, which is wonderful. So a lot of wide shots for the Trojans they've been able to retain and just keep the offensive possession going. patiently swing it. A darting move. That is Capper Wood. This is Settles. We'll see if she settles for a shot. No, brilliant pass behind the goal. That's where you want it. That is where you have some of the niftiest backdoor passes, I have to say. Don't forget to stay tuned after the game for exclusive interviews. This is loose in front of the net. And Gauchos will pick it up. Can Casa just take advantage of these fast breaks when they have the ball, but the Trojans are just continue to be aggressive and continue to control this ball. The scrum is still loose. And now picked up by the Trojans. And it falls it again to the ground, and now the Gauchos have it. It's Zaragoza, who's been everywhere on the field for the Trojans. And now it's Zaragoza. The Trojans harassing her. It's a fierce game. These teams do not like each other, and nor should they. It's the beauty of Casa and Petaluma. It's a rivalry. It never goes too far. And it brings the community together in a friendly way. A friendly but fierce way. And that is what a rivalry like this is all about. Beautiful spinning move with the Trojans. Strip it away at the end. They're going to call foul? Foul? Called. I don't know about that. No yellow card, though. That was very exciting, though, when the ref pulled out the yellow card. I have to say, I had no idea that they had yellow and red cards, just like in soccer. Substitution here for the Trojans. No, just getting water, actually. So she will get a free shot. Again, it's pretty similar to soccer. You don't get a wall in front, though. She'll fire. It was wide. I'm not sure if the keeper got a piece of that. It's going to roll out and all the way to the track and beyond. The sun's starting to set here. It's a beautiful spring evening. Rain in the forecast, though, for tomorrow. So not sure if all the sporting events scheduled for tomorrow are scheduled to get in. The girls softball team has a huge match against Annalee. They have now won 2 in a row, defeating Elmo and Elsie today. Defeated Elsie Allen handily today. As the Trojans have retained possession here. This is a bouncing pass. Highly effective by Spalletta. Dropped it, picked it up. And loose again. And the Trojans have come down with most of these bouncing balls tonight. Trojans softball team will be facing Annalee tomorrow. Huge rivalry game. That's fired and scored! It's Gina Spalletta.
Makes a left-hand shot and scores.
6-4. Someone sounds the cowbell. And the Trojans have extended the lead. Face off in the center. Settles and Zaragoza. And these names are being relayed by the Casa PA announcer. There is no roster for the Trojans, so they could be completely wrong. I already know one of them was wrong. It was claimed Juliana Roper was on the field, but a shouter trotted in halftime after band practice. So she certainly couldn't be on the field. This is in. Saved. Made. That's a nice save. It was right on. It wasn't the hardest save, but it certainly takes focus there to pull that down. Trojans get it out wide, trying to clear it. It's an aggressive press here. The Gauchos want to try to find a way to control possession. Jutting down the sideline. And a foul? Yep, foul on the Gauchos. Right near me. The center of these new stands here. Ahead. Oh, beautiful spin move there. See if she gets a chance. Really aggressive move there by Kane. And again, she'll spin around. And they score! Trojans have scored once again.
Sick.
Beautiful move. It was all sped up by the probing spin move. The Trojans got the right passing, and they have made it 7-4. The goalkeeping has been not good enough in the second half so far, and the Trojans have finished. Settles has been consistently taking the face-off, and she's been doing a good job. This is, sorry for the camera work there, pulled down by the Trojans. So now they want to extend this lead And they want to leave the Gauchos humiliated. Defeated, they score again! Long range shot! And then Nicole Costa with it. It's 8-4, and the Trojans have scored the first 3 goals of this half in just 6 minutes. Extremely strong start to the half, and all the momentum on their side. And Gibbs. Pulled down by the Gauchos. And now the Trojans once again get another loose ball. The story for the Trojans seems to be loose balls, and finally the ability to put it away past the keeper for the Gauchos, who just has not been as superb as she was in this half. This is fired again. That time it was saved. Ashley Bosch is the outstanding keeper for the Gauchos. With Spalletta, Grace Spalletta with the shot, and she's one of the stars for the Trojans. Had 4 goals in a recent game. Put ahead. Loose, and pulled down by the Gauchos. Down the wing they go. Loose. It just bounces to the keeper. Oh no, they're going to call a foul. So it will be a shot for the Gauchos. They did score on one of these earlier before the camera was turned on, but that is saved. Don't know who the keeper is in net for the Trojans, but I can possibly relay that for you later in the game wrap. Put ahead, the Trojans are on the break once again. It's Spalletta. Nice move there. Beat one defender. She's got one more to beat. But she pushes her out wide. It's Caitlin Gerton on the defense for the Gauchos. And crossed and loosed. Trojans will get the ball back. And all the way to the net, they score again! It's the Trojans who have made it 9-4. 5 goals in just about 8 minutes. After 5 in the entire first half, including not scoring a single time, the Gauchos will call timeout. The Trojans with a commanding lead with 17 minutes. Can they hold on here as they lead 9-4? Trojan team that came out of the huddle filled with excitement. They have to be playing some of their best ball of the year. Dominant at the start of the second half. Gauchos have not been able to control the ball, just like at the end of the first half. However, the difference here, the Trojans able to put it away, beat the keeper. Be interesting to ask after the game what the difference was with that. Gauchos will get it. Trying to turn around the momentum. I think we have another foul. And the Gauchos will get another free shot. It's the lights bright and the sun disappearing on a cloudy day. Free shot here. But she's harassed before she could take the shot. And it was then saved, actually. It was actually not a bad shot. That's a beautiful pass all the way to the half line. Unfortunately, it was bobbled and could not be held on to. The Gauchos will pull it back down, and now we have a foul on the Trojans. Not as fast as hockey as lacrosse, but when the players aren't in their sets, it can be some thrilling back and forth action. It's a challenge for anyone to call, except for the experienced, which with lacrosse I am certainly not, but it's certainly a fun game and one I'm willing to get more acclimated with. Gaucho is patient here. It's also not only is the fastest growing sport in the America, but it's likely the fastest growing sport in Petaluma. It's been growing very popular recently. Spinning move, there's about 5 Trojans around 1 Gaucho. That's called teamwork defense. Trojans charge forward. She was hit from behind, was the Trojan player. And that will go as a foul. Trojans will toss it forward. It's a 4-on-4 right here on the break. And it's fired in, it scores! That went in through traffic, the keeper couldn't see it. Nicole Costa with another goal, that's at least her second, if not more. 10-4. 15:34 remaining. Wow. Trojans will pull it down off the face-off. It was Coleman who won the face-off for the Trojans. Hopped in behind the goal. The keeper for Gauchos went off to get it, and then it is Trojan ball. Also tomorrow, our boys tennis team, with a huge victory against Soma on Tuesday, will face El Molino pending the rain. And they are now tied for first in SCL, heavy favorites to win all their games except for against Sonoma's. We have a foul on the Gauchos here. Oh, and we've got another yellow card. Oh, was that red? I couldn't catch that. The ref put up another. I think it was just a yellow. Second yellow of the game. It's been physical. Anyways, about the boys tennis team tied for Sonoma for first. They have been very good. After an early loss to Sonoma, they battled back, and now they'll likely face Sonoma with the SCL title on the line. They also face Casa next week. Tennis egg bowl. Shot is saved there. Those are going to be the easier ones for Bosch, but after she made every save, she started to let most of them in now. And the Trojans continue with this aggressive press. They won't let the Gauchos get it at all. No mercy. Never any mercy against your rival, that's for sure. Spoleto. Patience. And that got in! A turning move by Spoleto. Fired so quickly, no one could see it. Assist by Morgan Hartman. 11-4. Not a legal face-off, so they'll do it again. 14 minutes and change remaining here on a spring evening turn night. The Trojan girls seem poised to get a season-defining victory. It would be their second of the year, their first league, and it would certainly bring a lot of momentum. And most importantly, it would be a defeat of Casa, the biggest rival. That is a beautiful pass there by the Gauchos, who haven't had too many of them. Crossed over. Outside 10. Cleared away. And picked up by the Trojans, the loose ball. They have pulled those down. They've shown the heart. And now the Trojans with numbers on the break. That's an aggressive move. It's completely illegal in the aggressive game of lacrosse. Darting her way in and retreating. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos, as that one just dribbles to Bosch. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos on Trojan Live. You can check out all of our live streams of football, basketball, baseball, softball games, plus any other road games of any sport we go to cover. We've now banded out into lacrosse. We have football, both basketballs, baseball, softball. Who knows what we will add next. Plus, you can, besides sports, you can check out our daily morning announcements every morning as Gauchos have a run, but before the Gaucho can take the shot, a whistle and a foul. She's going to get a free shot. You can check out our daily morning announcements. They're live at 8:25 every morning. But you can also check out a replay of it for everyone. And we have a lot of exclusive interviews. That's fired and scored. The Gauchos are on the board for the first time in this half. It makes it 11-5, and it halts the momentum just a touch. But still 6-point lead. The Trojans just need to continue holding on to the ball. And they can feel pretty confident that they're going to get a victory tonight on rival turf. What a statement that would be.
Draw once again. Settles for Petaluma.
Tiernan settles for the Trojans at the face-off center. Exclusive feature stories also on the Trojan Live channel, which you should be now considering you're watching this. So that's up and pulled down by the Gauchos, loose. And the Trojans continue. Sound like a broken record, but they continue to pull down the balls, the loose balls, that is. Crossed. And the passes have been crisp tonight. And finally, Gauchos intercept. So you can check out exclusive feature stories also on the YouTube channel. So don't forget to like all the videos you watch and spend time watching them. You'll be entertained for the rest of your life. We have so much already. We're not even through the year. Whistle, foul on the Gauchos will be Trojan ball. As the clock ticks below 12 minutes in the final half. And also subscribe to the channel whenever we go live with anything, and we're going to be going live to more baseball and softball games. I promise you, it might be a week or two, but by the time you're watching, it's probably happening right now. So subscribe. You get an email whenever we go live to whatever we're doing. If we're live streaming open house, not that I think we're doing that, but if we would, you can watch that. We did live stream back to school night, a few other things besides sports. We live stream lots of sports, including about, gosh, I have to say 20 games. Juliana Roper, very speedy. She's on the cross-country team. She showed it there. Crossed in. Loose, and who's it pulled down by? It's another scrum. It's a physical game, but the Trojans have once again come out with it. Settles, moving away. We have a foul on the Gauchos. Settles will get, the PHS are calling it a direct shot. I was calling it a free shot. There's some official terminology. You might be right. I don't know. Sent in. That was a tough shot. It was a lot of velocity on that. But Bosch returns to her previous form in the first half where she was stoppable across the head. And another save. That was really good passing by the Trojans. But better goalkeeping there. 10 minutes remaining. You can see the lights on the hillsides of Petaluma on Wednesday night. The boys lacrosse teams are over at Ellison Field battling it out there, and then they switch Thursday, April 27th. And I believe I will be able to cover the boys game, which will be over here. Bosch throws it out. It's dropped and then picked up by Andrade. Spin move. Will beat one defender, and now down the lane. Well, it's not basketball, down the middle of the field. Good move, another spin move, but the Trojan defense, well, I thought that was clean, but they're going to say it's not, and she's going to get a free shot. Keeper has been good for the Trojans. This is fired, and the keeper whisks it wide. It rolls out of bounds. And ball. They have scored the last goal. Trojans' momentum stalled a little bit, but they're still up 6, comfortably in the lead. Be their second victory this season. First NBL victory. It's considered NBL, the lacrosse teams, since it is a different realignment than the normal conference realignment. Only badminton and lacrosse, because they're small. Only some schools participate in them do it. I believe only Annalee is the only other SCL team that has a lacrosse team besides the Trojans. No, I'm not sure about Sonoma. I don't think they do. Don't think anybody else does. It's a wall. They become purple people leaders tonight. And it was 8 up by the keeper. 8 minutes remaining and counting. 11-5. And now loose. And the Trojans have picked it up. It's shuffled way ahead. It's Nicole Costa, who's been a star. She's a star whatever field she steps on. And certainly she's been one tonight. Centered in. And it will be Grace Spalletta, one of the stars on the Trojans. Patient, and that's what you do as the clock starts to run down. In front, it would think it was deflected. That had sprung way up. Trojans will retain, though. Oh, that's a beautiful pass. Oh, she had what was going to be a laser, but a Gaucho stick just got away. That was, the PA announcer's wrong, I'm pretty sure on that. That was deflected before the shot ever got on. Trojan ball. No, it's definitely not Trojan ball. The P announcer is definitely wrong on that one. It was Miko the Gauchos who was pushed out of bounds. Foul. Gauchos will retain possession. 6:31 remaining. 11-5 Trojans. It was a tight first half. The Trojans came out first, led 1-0. They really controlled the ball the entire half. However, they got it out to 5-3, as that was saved by the Trojan goalkeeper. But the Trojan defense was not only strong, but they maintained possession. However, even there was 5-3 with about 10 minutes left, and the Trojans could not score. They had so many good opportunities, but the goalkeeping was very good by the Gauchos. And the Gauchos actually got a fast break. They were able to add a goal, and it really looked like the Gauchos had momentum. And if they could make some halftime adjustments to control the ball more, the Trojans would be, or the Gauchos could be in good shape. Only down 5-4. However, the Trojans came out of that first half. They made the adjustments. They've held onto the ball even more in the second half. And this is fired, and another goal is scored. Everybody is thrilled. And that has been, it's been even more precise ball movement tonight for the Trojans. And they have finished with precision. They have not let Buck, the keeper, make those outstanding saves. And they've also put a lot of people in front of the net. It's hard to pick out the ball, especially as the lights dim and it's sort of dusk. It makes for some interesting lighting, even with these tall lights that I can't find with my camera on. There it is. And we will have a center. Tiernan settles once again at the face-off, and she wins it. That was really nice there by Settles. It's bounced and picked up by the Trojans. And it was Kane who poked it out. Actually, foul on Kane, they're going to say. 5 minutes left. So it's really been Trojan domination in this half. They have found the goals. Gauchos have gotten one, but it's been the same where the Trojans have really just controlled the ball the entire time. The Gauchos really haven't gotten chances, and the defense has been even better, I would say, more physical. And the Gauchos shots, though they've gotten some, have not really been good opportunities. And that was saved, I believe. It falls, whistle, and foul on, foul on the Gauchos. So the Trojans will get a free shot here. So, not exactly sure what the rules consist of here, but pretty much you can charge up, you take the shot, and then the players can descend on you, and that's what the Gauchos did, descending like a hive of bees on the Trojans. My camera is gotten looser as the half's gone on. I don't know why. Spoletto's got it. Oh, and there's the ball behind the net. Good design by the Trojans. So it's Madalena. .346 and counting. That's fired in, and the score. That is right on the top end corner. It's just a sudden fire. We've seen the Trojans score a few goals. Just didn't look like they had a lot going. And then just the sudden fire, the keeper was not ready for it. And when it's put in the right place, they're scoring like that. It's been effective. And the Gauchos have not countered to it. Not made any adjustments. They did call one timeout, but to no avail. And the Trojans have an 8-goal lead. It's going to be a dominant victory. Their one other victory was dominant too. They defeated Livermore 21-6 over at Ellison Field. They are on the road. A lot coming up. Windsor, Sonoma Academy. They'll be back home against the Gauchos. I believe that's the next home game, but I'm going to just check the schedule for you as we have a whistle here. And is this the Trojan schedule? Yes. So as we have Gaucho ball, no Trojan ball, the Trojans, after this game, they'll be at Cardinal Newman. That's going to be a tough one. Newman's got a good lacrosse team. I know that. Boys and girls. As this one is chased down the wing. Trojans will pull it down. After that, they're at Marine Academy, at Windsor, at Rancho, who they just nearly lost to. They were also nearly lost to Windsor. So certainly Newman and Marin Academy might be challenges, but the Trojans can certainly get victories at Windsor and at Rancho the way they played tonight. They're back home against Casa. Then they face Newman, as I'm sorry for the camera work. It's all the way down to the other end. The Gauchos have got a cane fires. Save made. Foul, actually, before the shot. Trojans are back home on the 20th against Casa. That will conclude the battle for the paddle. On the 25th, they're again home against Newman, and then it's senior night on the 27th against Sonoma Academy. They've got a lot of winning games, and that's a beautiful save. It hit the ground. She deflected it up, and then loose. The Trojans have a lot of potential wins. They can really get into the win column. I don't think they can win league, but they can certainly have a very successful season. And then they can head on to NCS and see where they go on there. That's another save. I don't know exactly how NCS works with so few teams. Likely just one division is my guess. But the Trojans are showing it tonight that they have to be good enough to play in the playoffs. The way they've really dominated the Gauchos. And they've had some just heartbreaking losses recently. But this is where it has all come together on this spring night, as that is fired wide and will roll out. Trojans will get it. It has all come together tonight for the Trojans. They are going to go to 2-8. The Gauchos are going to fall to 1-8. As that ball skips by the Trojans, Casa pulls it down. And the Trojans are going to go into confidence. They have a lot of games on the road. That's never easy. But some teams that they can certainly beat. No doubt about it. Saragossa down the wing as we are approaching a minute remaining. Trojans lead 13-8. That's a good pass. Fired, and it went in before the keeper could pick it up. It was just on the ground there. And the keeper realized too late by the time the ball crossed the goal. Gauchos will get a goal just so they could feel good and hope that they could turn it around when they face the Trojans back at Ellison Field. But the way the Trojans have played tonight, that's not going to happen. But certainly we'll see adjustments. 1:05 remaining. Settles and Andrate at the center CG, this new field, where we will have an Egg Bowl coming up in football in either this coming year or the next year. And boy, can I not wait for that. The community that comes out for any of these games, even a lacrosse game, just a healthy diet of both fans. You see it all of the Egg Bowl games. There's just a healthy diet of both fans, and it's really the community coming out and supporting their high school teams. It's truly special, as the Trojan keeper thought about it, smartly pulls it out. Trojans are just running down the clock here. 40 seconds remaining. Don't forget to stay tuned for interviews. That is fired. Save made by Boss and thrown out. We are going to grab an interview with one or two players on the team, and then they'll also be posted in the coming days to the daily morning announcements. So looking forward to that. We'll be at the boys lacrosse game, which is actually going to be here at Casa. I decided that I really wanted to come to Casa and cover the road games. They're both, interestingly, they put the two lacrosse games where the team, boys and girls, will play each other at the exact same time. And I'm not two people, so I can't go to both places at the same time. Though certainly if I could give it to someone to cover the girls' game at Ellison Field, I would do that, because the Trojans look like the favorites of the Battle of the Paddle tonight. Clock running down. Gauchos looking to get one last goal to build their confidence before next game. That's whisked away. That's the horn. That's going to do it. Interviews are next. Trojans win 13-6. We good? All right. We are here with Gina Madalena. Did I say her last name right?
No, that's okay.
How do you say it?
Madalena.
Madalena. That was close. Here with Gina Madalena after the Trojans get the huge victory over the rivals. It was a really tight game in the first half. How did your team dominate in the second half?
Really, we just picked up our energy, we picked up our intensity, we connected our passes, and we played some tough D.
Your team had a lot of tough losses early in the season. How were you able to maintain confidence going into a game like this?
We all just get along really well, so we team bond a lot, and we're just really excited to finish out the rest of our season and hopefully beat Casa again for the Battle for the Paddle.
What did it mean to get the victory tonight against Casa, and what is it going to mean to defeat them when you play them later?
We really got our confidence back after this win, and we're excited, we're ready, we are really confident that we're going to do really well against them in our next game.
What do you hope to see the team improve on as the season goes on, and what do you hope to accomplish?
Definitely increasing our shooting. We got some great goals tonight, and increasing our goal block percentages and just our defense in general.
Thank you so much, Gina.
Thanks, Griffin. The JV lacrosse team.
Right.
Here I am.
Teacher support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to ask you questions?
Yeah.
So you're on JV lacrosse?
Yeah. So this is our first year having a JV team for girls lacrosse. And we're trying to get it up and running, and there's a lot of girls who have never played before, and we're killing it. And I'm so happy to, be stepping back and helping everyone out and hanging out with all the gals on JV. Everyone's super spirited and picking up everything super fast. So.
What's your name and grade?
Oh, I'm Annika Crowley. I am in 11th grade, and that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. As the team is so new, what's been the biggest challenge so far?
The biggest challenge, I think, is just learning the game, obviously, but getting stick skills down and knowing what to do when.
Did the team get a victory tonight?
Yes, we did. It was 7-3, I think. So.
First victory. Right. So what was the key to get the victory tonight?
Keep putting everything together, and I have to think about it real quick. I'm gonna give a good answer. With a key, drinking a lot of water. How well everyone works together, and not being afraid to make shots, because now, our first 2 games, people, felt out dipped their toes in the water, and now we're full on swimming, and it's going to be a really great season. So come out, support your JV girls. It's really great to watch because we go ham on.
What do you hope to accomplish by the end of the season?
I hope to, as a team, I think we hope to accomplish winning and,
Winning. All right. Thank you so much.
I'm really tired.
All right. Those were some absolutely wonderful interviews with Gina, Madalena. Hope I said that right. And so the captain of the varsity lacrosse team, and then you got the captain of the JV girls lacrosse team. So we got full girls lacrosse tonight. Both teams defeat Casa Grande. I'm going to be the final person here, too, which is totally fine on this beautiful new field. The Trojans the varsity team will need to get a victory when they play Casa in 2 weeks at Ellison Field to win the battle for the paddle. But it was a tight first half, but they gained confidence, as Gina said, and were really aggressive in that second half, and that got them a really dominant victory. They really destroyed Casa tonight. JV team gets a victory, and there will be another game at Ellison Field. Come on out to see if the Trojans can defeat Casa. The boys, meanwhile, will be here to decide the battle of the paddle. We will also be covering that for everybody at Trojan Live. It's been so wonderful to cover my first lacrosse team. I'm really enjoying the sport. Hope to do it more. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Griffin Epstein. Have a wonderful night, everybody. So long.